Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Leslie. I'm so excited to finally, after 10 years of saying I'm going to make a YouTube, we are finally doing it. I'm going to be recording my BBL journey on my YouTube channel. That's what my first couple videos are going to be about. I do want to do like travel videos, I do want to do beauty videos, fashion, but I kind of still have to find my niche and what I want to post and stuff like that. So for right now, it is going to be the BBL journey. So I did go on Instagram and post for you guys to ask me questions about my BBL journey. So I'm gonna go and answer some of those questions and kind of just talk about like why I'm doing this, and like, you know, a lot of you are probably wondering like, Leslie, why are you getting a BBL? Which is funny because like I honestly didn't know that I would be getting one. I guess I'll start by saying like why I wanted to do the BBL, and that's it didn't start like that. I wanted to get my axillary breast tissue removed, and if you don't know what that is, that's basically breast tissue in your armpit, and only 8% of women have it, and unfortunately I am one of those 8%ers, and I just wanted it to be removed because I just turned 26. When I was looking into this procedure, I was 25, and I was at a point where I wanted to be comfortable in my own skin. I want to be able to wear crop tops. I want to be able to wear tank tops. Like, summer's coming. Like, I'm sick and tired of wearing long sleeves or shirts that cover my shoulders so that way you don't have to see like my chest area. Like, I have pretty big boobs, and like, it doesn't help that for me personally, I just feel like I look masculine. Like, I look really brocky, but that's just how I see it. I'm sweating. And when I talk about it to people, they're like, oh, like, you know, why don't you just lose weight? That's not what it is. It's not fat, it's tissue, it's breast tissue. So no matter how much weight I lost, no matter how much weight I gained, it was still there. Because I was looking to change that, I started looking into plastic surgery, and I came across a place that I went to when I had my consultation. She told me that for an additional, I think $4,000, I could get like the BBL. For me, it was that because I was getting the axillary breast tissue removed, if they were able to take fat and put it somewhere else and I just could get my whole body done, that would have been, to me, that was great. Because I am a boutique owner, I want to be able to model my own clothes, and just to get everything situated, I thought for me was beneficial. So that's why I ended up doing my entire body. Like, for me, it wasn't that I was insecure about my waist or my ass. Like, I knew that if I hit the gym, I would have been fine, but the armpit was what I wanted to change and see a difference in. And yeah, that's basically why I got the surgery. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm just excited to see like what my body's gonna look like. I know when my armpits get done, like, it's just gonna be a whole like game changer for me. What sucks about New York is that in New York you can't do 2 procedures at once, meaning that you can't cut someone open and do liposuction, I believe. So I kind of had to do one by one. So I ended up doing the BBL portion first, and then in 3 months I am gonna have my armpits done. And then after the 3 months, I think I have like 6 weeks of recovery, and then I should be fine. So it's April, May, June. So by July, I should be all done. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see the results because like so far I love the results I have, and every day it just gets better and better and better, and I just can't wait to see what I look like. Like, it's gonna be a dream for me to actually be able to wear a tube top or a crop top and not sit there and cry and feel bad about like how I look. And I'm excited. So I wanted to bring you guys along with the journey. And as far as my YouTube, I have pushed it to the side for so long. Since I was 16, I wanted to make a YouTube video. Now I am 26 doing it. The reason why I waited so long was life happened. I was not in a great place mentally, and I just didn't want to put out videos while I was going through what I was going through. And I kind of realized that I would have never began if I kept using that same excuse of until I'm ready, until the perfect moment. And for me, there was never a perfect moment, and I'm at a point where I want to make my dreams come true. I'm ready to hustle. I'm ready to go back into the way that I used to be. I was so ambitious. I was like a go-getter. Like, I was mentally stable, and I miss that. Like, I miss being confident. I miss being happy. I'm ready to be ambitious. I'm ready to get it going. I'm ready to like make videos and vlogs, and I'm just so excited. And I'm hoping that you guys are excited too. So we're gonna make great content. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, you know, the whole shebang. Yeah. But let me go get my phone because clearly I can't fucking remember to get that. And then a lot of the questions were repetitive, so I am gonna like go through them as best as I can without repeating the same question. So we'll get started. So the first question is, how was the surgery? Well, I ended up getting it with general anesthesia. Basically, you're asleep with general. You're not awake, so thank God, because like I cannot sit there and just watch the doctor liposuction me. Like, that's not something that I have. I'm not strong-willed like that. Like, I will freak the hell out. Like, I cannot sit there and see the doctor cut me open, do everything that he's doing, and still be okay. Like, I feel like I would be super traumatized, and just for me personally, it was not ideal. So I would rather be asleep, which is what I was. When I got there, you know, they checked me in. I had to wait for the anesthetic person to come in. What do you call them? Anesthesiologist. There we go. The anesthesiologist came in and we were speaking, and he was just basically giving me the rundown about how general anesthesia works and, you know, what are the side effects, how I would wake up. He basically said that I would wake up with chills, a little confusion, you know, like, in which I didn't, but we'll get into that. But after I spoke to him, Dr. Lyons came in, we, you know, spoke about my body, he marked me up, and then from there, they put me in a room and I had to lay down. They put an IV in my hand, and I believe they put the general anesthesia through there. Dr. Lyons just basically had like a TV there, and it had like a fireplace, like, background, and I was just watching that until I actually like went out, because I honestly don't remember sleeping. And then from there, they woke me up, and I was even more pissed off at the fact that they woke me up from like the best sleep I've ever had. Like, that was the most deepest sleep I was ever in, and I miss it. Like, I wish I was sleeping like that. But yeah, I woke up and I'm like, why are you waking me up? And she's like, you did it, you did your surgery. And I was like, oh my God, like, you know, like, I'm waking up for my surgery. And from there, they called my dad to come get me. And then we walked to the car. I remember getting in the car, seeing my mom, and we basically just drove home from there. And I want to say like the general anesthesia still had me kind of loopy, where I was chilling. Like, I wasn't in so much pain, but I was also taking the oxys, which I stopped taking 2 days after the surgery because it was just making my nervous system so out of whack that when I was getting like the lymphatic massages, I was so hysterical. Like, everything hurt. I was crying, like screaming, like it was really bad. Like, those massages really hurt. The massage therapist was just like, are you taking like the oxys? And I was just like, yeah. And she's like, I think you should stop taking them because like that's what's making you like nervous, like the way that you are. And I was so tender. Like, my skin was so tender and everything hurt really bad. So I ended up listening to her, in which I am so happy that I did because I wasn't in so much pain. Everything just felt foreign. Like, you know, like obviously like you feel a lot more heavier in your bottom, and your skin is kind of not attached to your muscle. So like you have to wait for that to kind of reattach to itself. So it's like manageable pain. And for me, like if I just took Tylenol, I was fine too. So I just ended up stop taking the oxys in general. If I was in pain, like I said, I would take the Tylenol. But for the most part, I really didn't need to take pain medication after like the 4th day. I really made sure that before the surgery, I was exercising, building muscle, so I was lifting. And I feel like that really helped as far as like my recovery process, because like doing certain things, like you need certain strength. Like you really need upper body strength like for the surgery, because your lower body is dependent on your upper body pushing yourself off the bed, you know, holding yourself onto things. Like you have to stand, like, you know, like making sure also your thighs are well like are well built too, because like you also can't really use the bathroom, so like you have to use your legs to kind of like support yourself. It's a lot. So it's like, especially because your ass does feel heavy, you want to make sure you kind of have more muscle on your thighs to kind of help you support that weight. But I feel like the gym really did help me a lot. I'm really grateful that I did begin my fitness journey before I got the procedure, because like if I didn't do that, I feel like my recovery would have been so bad. What's the healing process like? Like I said, the first 2 days you are in somewhat of pain. I want to say that I have high pain tolerance, so I don't want to say that no, it doesn't hurt and, you know, you guys are in pain. Everybody's pain tolerance is different, so just make sure you are aware of your own body and like what you're feeling. Like, you know, if you need to take medicine, take medicine, but if you feel like you got it, don't depend on something. And the first 2 days are rough, only because you see how swollen you are, and to me it freaked me out. Like seeing myself look like a huge blueberry was so scary, because like I thought that's how the doctor had made me. Like I was like, oh my god, like he ruined my body, he made me too thick, blah 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 blah. But it's not even that, it's just the fact that your body is so filled with fluid that you are so swollen, and you are not going to see your results until 6 weeks from your surgery. So you really want to make sure you keep that in mind, because your body, you're going to look in the mirror, your body's going to constantly change. Like what the way I look right now isn't what I looked like when I came out of surgery, and it's not going to be what I look like at the end. So it's like you kind of have to like mentally prepare yourself that, you know, like your body is going to change, you are swollen, and not to really worry about it. Like, you know, like I've also heard of women saying that, you know, they fall in love with their swollen look and they get really depressed. You want to make sure you're not falling in love with how swollen your ass is the first day, and you want to make sure you're not hating yourself for how big it looks either. It really depends on what you're looking at, whether you wanted it big, whether you wanted it small, but don't judge yourself. And just kind of be patient, because like I kind of did that, where I was constantly looking in the mirror, like saying that, you know, it didn't look like I got a BBL, that it looks flat, that, you know, like your body's constantly changing, and in your brain starts to play tricks on you, and you want to make sure that you're in the healthiest mindset throughout this entire like healing process, because like you will psych yourself out. You will have those moments where you're crying hysterically because you think you ruined your body. Like, you have to be patient, and as long as you get through that first week, I feel like you should be fine. Your first week is the hardest week, I'm gonna say, but as long as you're getting your massages, you're taking care of yourself, you're walking, you're making sure that, you know, you're not just staying stagnant, because like being stagnant also, like if you're laying down, you could feel like build blood clots, and that's not good. So you want to make sure you're actively moving, and not lifting anything, but just moving, like moving, walking around the house, walk your dog, do little things that will help you like get into the rhythm of your new body, like, you know. And yeah, like the healing process is very, very hard, like super hard, but as long as you have someone there and you have the support, you should be fine. But try not to do this alone. Try not to have or spend your recovery alone. Always have someone there with you, because like you are also going to have to shower. If you take your faja off too quick, you can faint. So it's like you want to make sure you have someone there with you throughout the entire time, just to make sure that you're not passing out, or if you pass out you hit your head. Like, you want to make sure someone's there, and especially because you are getting in the shower and you just got your body done, you don't want to slip and fall. Like, make sure someone's there taking care of you. Like, Jessie had to take me a shower the first time because I was just too hysterical with the way that my body looked, because like I said, your skin isn't attached to your body, and my ass was like rock hard, big, like yellow, purple, blue. Like, it was just it was a lot for me personally. And I remember just being hysterical in the shower while he just like bathed me and like cleaned me, and you really need someone who's going to be able to support you like during your most vulnerable like moments. And you want that support. You need that support. But yeah, healing process is messy. Oh, and that's another thing is like you also, the fluid that comes out of you is crazy. Like you want to make sure that you have like shower liners like across like your house if you don't want to get anything dirty, because like the leakage you have during this procedure is a lot. Like you're bleeding a lot. It's not really blood, it's like fluid that's in your body because of the, you know, the liposuction and everything, but you want to make sure that you're draining properly as well. So it's a lot. Let me see the next question. Do you feel hot, sexy, and beautiful? I mean, I'm gonna say yes, but I don't want to say yes just yet because like I'm waiting to get my armpits done, and I'm gonna have to be patient to kind of like really say like, oh my god, I love my results. So yes and no. I am in love with the lower half, but I'm waiting for the upper half to just kind of like be all done and then make my judgment from there. But so far I am really happy. I'm really happy I did this. I am sensing a new me emerging, and I'm excited. So yeah. Next question was, how do you recommend going about finding a good surgeon? Now, I feel like that's a really, really good question, and I feel like not a lot of people take the time to do their research. Just be very careful because like you don't need a license to practice like a BBL and stuff like this. You want to make sure that you're going somewhere that is trusted, that you trust your doctor, you know where you're going, you know you're gonna get good results. And yeah, just basically doing your research on them. Like look at before and after picture. Make sure this doctor hasn't had any deaths, like, you know, within their career. You know, you are putting your life on the line. You kind of, surgery is big. Like you want to make sure you're in the safest, most professional care in the world. But you want to make sure you are going to a place that makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel safe. Look how long they've been in the industry for, like look how long they've been doing BBLs for. Just being aware. And like I said, the minute you get a red flag or like a gut feeling, don't do it. Like, you know, you are always going to have a first consultation. Make sure you take the time to ask a lot of questions and get everything that you need as far as information, and kind of look for a doctor that's gonna like fulfill your needs, because a lot of doctors perform very differently. They have different techniques to do the surgery. If you want a big ass, go to someone who performs big ass BBLs. Like if you want a natural look, go to someone who works on natural looks. Like, you know, they all are very different and it's art to them. So you want to make sure you go to the right one that fits what you're looking for. The next one is, does it change your sex life? Tamar, come on. But that's too funny. But I want to say I don't know just yet, just because like I'm too scared to do the nasty right now. I don't want to also butcher my results. Like you want to make sure you're saving as much fat, and I don't want to be in a position where I am, you know, killing off the fat. So I'm being patient. You kind of want to have discipline with this, because I feel like if you wait, it'll just be more fun. Like the results will be better. You don't want to risk it. Like, you know, you don't want to risk all the money that you just spent. So it's like, for me, like I have not done the nasty since the procedure. What else? How do you go to the bathroom? Is it hard to poop? I can't. Is it hard to poop? Absolutely. Especially like your first day. Like I would say, like for the first 3 days, make sure I drink liquid, just because like I didn't want to poop. And I want to say like the 4th or 5th day, I can't remember which one it was, I actually had my first bowel movement, my first poop. And it was hard. Like you really need something to support yourself from the front, and you want to make sure that, you know, your thighs are well developed, because like you need to squat a little. And then as far as peeing, like they gave me like this urinal thing, and honestly, like, it's the best thing. Like, for me, out of this entire journey, the most exciting part of this, like, BBL journey was, like, getting that little urinal thing, because my whole life I wanted to pee like a man. And Jesse calls it my fake dick, and basically you just put it, like, in your coochie, and it's supposed to direct, like, you know, your pee, like, into the toilet, and you're basically standing up, so, like, you pee like a guy. And now I can check it off my bucket list that I pee like a guy. So, like, I just be peeing and I be swinging my fake dick. So yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to, though. You know, it is weird because you're so constantly used to, like, sitting, and obviously you can't sit, so it just makes it difficult. The last question was, where did you go and who was your surgeon? I ended up going to Gold's Plastic Surgery in the Bronx, and my doctor was Dr. Lyons. I am no way telling you guys to go there. I am just speaking upon my experience, and, you know, how the healing, recovery, all of that is. Like, by the time that I'm, like, my whole body's done and well, if you are satisfied with what I look like, then by all means go there, but don't go there just because I went there. Like, you know, do your research. Like I said, you want to make sure you find the right doctor for you, and not just go off of what people are saying. Like, you know, like, make sure you're doing your own research. But I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and comment down below any questions you guys have. If it is a lot of more questions, I will make another separate video, like another Q&A, and if it's not, I'll just answer your question down below. But I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!